It's a beautiful day here in South Louisiana. We had a big cold front come through 2 days ago, but things have kind of settled down a little bit today. We've got a high pressure supposed to settle over us. Wind's blowing a little bit right now, northwest, but I'm with my good buddy, the notorious C-Mac. He's towing my boat. We're heading down to Delacroix, Louisiana to hopefully catch some speckled trout. I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch them on topwater baits today. I think the water temp will be too cold, but I wouldn't be surprised if we give it a try. We're gonna go hunting around, trying to find some clean water, and I know if we have success and find that clean water, we will catch some speckled trout. Maybe some redfish, maybe some bass. Who knows what the day holds? But when you get pretty days like this in South Louisiana, you just gotta go fishing. All right, so C-Mac and I are starting in the bayous because the water temp is down. It's 60 degrees, which is kind of marginal for top water, but I'd feel better if it warmed up a couple of degrees. So we're gonna see if we can catch some fish real quickly in these bayous. If not, we'll head out to the ponds. I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head with a limbo slice matrix shad. C-Mac is throwing Slam and Sammy?
Slam and Sammy.
God, I hate the wind. Just make a couple casts here and we'll roll. Oh, my bad. I didn't see you. I think I'm right over you. There's a fish. All right, speckled trout number 1. He's on the line. We'll see if he gets in the boat. There he is. Good solid fish. That's what's been in these bayous, good 15 inchers. And he's got it deep, look at that. Good sign, good sign. So I started with a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head, and this tide is just rolling so hard that I switched to a 3/8. That was my second cast with the 3/8, and it resulted in a fish. As you can see, we're fishing this little bit of mixing water. Oh! Gonna take us off our point. This episode of Marsh Man Masson brought to you by Puglia Sporting Goods. All right, so C-Mac and I have come into a pond where it is blowing a gale, whitecaps in this pond. I'm throwing a topwater bait, he is throwing a cork. Water actually looks pretty good in here, but we're not seeing any other signs of fish activity. I know the water is moving, it's falling hard. I know there is grass in this area, not seeing any bait, but it'd be difficult to see with these waves anyway. So we're just gonna make a quick pass, see what we come across, and then move on. The water temp is 59, so I'm really pushing it, throwing this topwater bait. It's kind of foolish to do so, but I'm just hoping for one fish on top. Oh, there, oh, I lost him. Yeah, big blow up on top. Man, what is the deal here? Moron! Oh, man, this is a cluster. Good trout, good trout. See, to me, this is just nostalgia fishing. Like, it's caught fish here my last 3 trips, so that's why I want to fish here, but it's like the conditions of today don't jibe with this. We'll find some fish today, but I'll feel better. 2 things, if this wind dies and the tide starts rising, then I really like our chances. All right, so I actually got 1 blow up on top. C-Mac put a fish in the boat on a cork, had a couple other takedowns, and now I'm throwing a jerk bait, and he's sticking with the cork. Feels like the wind might be dying ever so slightly, which would be absolutely awesome. Oh, there we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish on the jerk bait.
You're gonna make me switch, huh?
Yeah, you do whatever you want. Oh, he's foul hooked. That's why he feels so good, but still, I will take him if we can get him in. All right, there we go. All right, he's foul hooked, but at least he hit the bait.
There we go, Todd.
Feel a little better than the last one?
He does. Probably because I'm dragging it, but he does feel a little bit better.
All right, that's a keeper. If he stays in the boat. Let's see if you still got the b-ball skills, C-Mac. I even got your backboard.
Think?
Oh, 100%. That fish is 13 inches. All right, so our pond bite, it just wasn't happening. We put a few fish in the boat, but nothing to keep us in there. So C-Mac and I went exploring, and we have found a bayou that has absolutely perfect, gorgeous water. Now, I don't know how deep it gets, but this little section that we just are starting in has about 4 feet of water. So I like our chances of finding some good depths in these bends. We've still got this very, very hard falling tide, and that's fine. I'll take it, but I'd prefer if it turned around and started rising, particularly for fishing those ponds. These bayous, it's fine for a falling tide, but those ponds will get better when that tide starts rising.
Slam, Todd.
You missed him? C-Mac. There he is. There he is. All right, right where he should be, right in that bend. Look at the size of this trout. Oh, that's a redfish. Redfish, redfish. That would be a big trout.
Beautiful trout. But instead,
It's a throwback red. He'll make it next year. We might, when we get to the other end, fish our way back out with bass tackle. There's got to be some bass along this. With a falling tide, there's got to be.
at least a redfish.
There he is. What are you? You gonna come up? I'm guessing you're a little red. Yep, little red. Yet again. Where's your speckled buddies and your older siblings? I'd even take them. Hey man, I used to wear cotton. Oh, there's a fish. Man, you know what that is, huh, C-Mac?
That looks like a redfish.
Another juvenile redfish.
Well, but I tell you what, they're in this gorgeous water.
Yeah, no doubt. Look how lit up he is.
Pretty good.
That is a beautiful fish. Hopefully you learned a lesson. Man, it's pretty. Wish you were about 2 inches bigger. There he is. Man, I know what you are. Well, we got a limit of undersized reds. Nice. This episode of Marsh Man Masson brought to you by Magnolia Vodka, and by Fitzgerald Fishing, and by Cito New Orleans, and by Versamax Quartz, and by Death Grip Jig Heads. That's a good bait. I don't fish. Oh, there we go. Oh, what are you? I know what you are. Goodness. If these were all legal trout, we'd have a few. They are destroying this blacklight z-craw, but they're not legal. None of them. Still fun to catch. Oh, there we go. That's one. That's what I was looking for.
Bass?
No. Stay on. Stay on. There we go.
Nice. Holy crap. That's the biggest needlefish I've ever seen.
So these bayous were chock-a-block full of speckled trout just 8 days ago. They're not now, but there's definitely still some fish around. And you've also got a lot of undersized reds to keep you company. And I'm sure some keeper reds as well, although we haven't run into any of those yet. But I know they're out there. I've caught a lot of trout on that z-craw. It's amazing.
should have nutted up and taken the LSAT and gone to law school. And I didn't.
Oh, oh. Why can't they be bigger? Tell you what, I'm gonna put him. I don't think he's legal. I'm gonna put him on the tape though. I really don't think he's legal. Dude, he's closer than I thought. He's 15 3/4. He wanted that black light z-craw, I'll tell you that. He smoked it.
He said, look, I just can't let you in. I said, man, I'm 2 points shy. I need this one try.
There's our keeper. Oh, look at this, a drum. Wasn't expecting that. It is a keeper drum though.
It's fine eating right there.
It is, a little small drum. Doesn't get any better. Drum on artificial. Doesn't happen every day. And he is truly a drum, not a Gasper gill. Just amazing to me there's not more bass up here. Like all those trout.
That's a bass.
Dude, I'm just saying it. Is it literally a bass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bass.
And I said I was bound and determined to hit this spinnerbait. Nice bass.
Nice bass. Not a bad one. Not in the boat yet, C-Mac. Now he is. Dude, that's a good fish.
Look at how fat.
Nice.
Kind of matches the guy who caught him. Hey, Todd.
Yes?
Tell me again that there are no bass in here.
No, I'm just amazed that... What I was going to say is that I've fished all throughout here for the past 3 trips. I haven't caught one bass. Not one. I haven't fished this particular bayou, but all the bayous we've been hitting... Now, I've been throwing to the middle. I haven't been throwing to the edges. I haven't really been bass fishing. But still, you think you'd accidentally bump into a few. There we go. The notorious C-Mac.
There's a trout. I think this is a trout.
Well, we'll see in a minute, won't we? Doesn't look like a bass. Doesn't look like he's fighting like a bass.
It's a speckled trout. I'm telling you. Keeper speckled trout.
Spinnerbait trout. Look at this.
I got to catch him the hard way, Todd.
You do. Good for you.
I got to catch him on the baits they don't like to eat. Boy, the wind stopped blowing.
Yeah, and the fish started biting. I tell you what, Chris and I are kind of lamenting the fact that it's been a little bit slow today. We haven't put 50 speckled trout in the boat, but we're back in the bayou we've never fished, picking up redfish, black drum, largemouth bass, and speckled trout. How can you complain about that? Slow day in Louisiana is better than a good day anywhere else, bar none. Oh, come on up, go, get up, there we go. I'm thinking speckled trout, or it could be a bass, but I'm thinking speckled trout, baby.
Maybe we ought to start trout fishing again.
Right. Black light, zoom z-craw. Man, he had it deep. I was not losing this guy.
Oh, God, dog. Oh.
He ate your lunch?
Look at the swirl. God dang. I think he's a big fish. Certainly made a big swirl.
Well, once you get away, always big.
Cool.
So this is the same little cut where C-Mac caught a bass on one cast, a speckled trout on the next cast. We were kind of more positioned over here. He was casting back this way, but we drifted just a little bit. I caught that trout right here, and then C-Mac just missed something here. So I'm guessing this pond that's out here is draining through here. It's just kind of acting like a funnel or a trenasse as this water's falling out through this bayou. I gotta take this coat off, I'm about to die. I'm about to die.
What are we gonna do, boy? We're gonna die. Hold on a minute, my foot's on the rig.
What movie's that? Oh. Dude, we were talking about Blazing Saddles the other day. I literally haven't seen that movie in probably 30 years, maybe more than that. Like, where can you even find it now?
Netflix. It was on Netflix for a long time.
Unedited? Dude, seriously?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to check Netflix.
Absolutely.
Dude, that movie's so politically incorrect. Like, how can they still...
Richard Pryor wrote a lot of that dialogue.
No way. Did he? I didn't know that. Your boy just face plants. Ooh. Another redfish. Yep. Oh, trout. I'm lying. Look at that, C-Mac. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Crazy! That's what Ozzy would say. So that's really interesting to me. Like, we made that first pass in here without a trout, and now we're throwing non-trout baits, catching trout. So it makes me wonder. Like, I wonder if these fish are just hanging right on the edge of that grass in areas like if you threw that exposed hook bait, you'd just be full of grass. Like, I had a bunch of casts coming in that was solid grass, whereas this is just coming through them. There's obviously some fish in here. I think it's another trout. Speckled trout. Same cut. Said throw bass bait. They'll all say, you know, I reported the, oh man, I missed him. I reported to the, there he is, came back. Speckled trout, speckled trout. Now he's acting redfish like. Let's see.
Looks like a big old trout.
He's a red, he's a red. He's a red. He thumped it twice, missed it the first time. All right, C-Mac and I have come into another bayou, and I'm back throwing this limbo slice on a death grip jig head. This is what has been so hot for me for the past few trips. Oh, there we go. There we go. Speckled trout. And it's hot, apparently, in this bayou. All right, good chunky 15-inch speckled trout. He slapped it. So if I can get him to hit this, that would be my preference. But if they stop hitting it, I'll definitely go back to that Zoom z-craw. Not traditionally a speckled trout bait, but in that other bayou, they were definitely hitting it. C-Mac, finally got a hook in one.
It's a redfish.
Do you? He didn't come up, has he? Yep, redfish.
Woo, man. Boy, look how deep he swallowed it, too.
Uh-oh.
Man, the last few weeks that I've been fishing, I've been in Buras and I've been here, and everywhere it's just loaded with these redfish.
Yeah.
I mean,
undersized reds everywhere.
So many redfish on the east side of the river right now. It's unbelievable.
And you know, people don't realize how fast those fish grow. Like, those fish in just a few weeks will be legal.
And there's bait all in here.
Tons of bait.
And you can just see the bait all over the surface. Mullet, shad. Those fish are just in here gorging themselves.
That's why they grow so quick. Lots to eat. You know, oh, there we go. That's a trout.
Maybe
Might be a red. Yeah, he's a red. Man, if these fish were legal, we would have sunk the boat. Look at that, man. Just full of these guys. They're all about 15 inches.
Yeah.
So after this white PVC, if you want to throw your cork, that would be where to throw it. Oh, yeah, another red. I promise. Yes, another red. That's why, that might be a keeper. He's gonna hit the tape. I think the reds ate all the trout. He's a fat one. He's a big fatty. Let's see how big you are. Why did I put the ruler away? That was dumb. Yep. See you around, sucker. There he is. Oh, you f***. Oh, you're still on there. What are you? Dude, I don't think that's the same fish. I mean, it could be, but I don't think he is. Bump. Bumpity bump. Oh, you threw. Came back. Look at that. Second time that happened. It's a good trout.
That's a nice trout. Sweet. Here's one. Oh, you
Language. Oh, there you go. There he is. Come on up, baby. Come on up. I know you're a trout. Why haven't you come up? Now you have.
that.
What kind of birds are those? Do you know?
It's not willets.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I have no idea. But they're all over up here. What you talking about, Willits? Open up, dude. Open up, dude. I'm gonna eat you. All right, another successful day in the books. Look, we didn't set the world on fire. We don't have a limit. We got maybe half a limit of speckled trout cooling in the ice chest. And we also caught the heck out of small redfish. Only a couple were legal. Most of them were just barely under. But those fish very, very soon are gonna be legal size, just about 2 or 3 weeks. They just have so much to eat. Let me tell you, we saw just tons of bait today. Those fish are just gorging themselves, putting on pounds and putting on inches. All right, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marsh Man Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marsh Man Masson.